All right, Ian. Lion King.
You can totally get Steakums at the Ralph's on Rosecrans right now.
Okay, that's great, Ian. I'm glad you were just so in that.
Had to find out.
Ian.
Yep.
We have the Lion King and Aladdin retro collections coming out soon on digital and on Switch. Actually, I'm going to give you the Switch copy to borrow. We can do a little maybe review of that next week on the podcast.
Sure,
because that comes out soon. But not to be outdone by the new releases, we have physical versions of the old Lion King Super Nintendo games and Genesis games, Aladdin games coming out.
I Am 8-Bit is releasing multiple. So I Am 8-Bit is doing a bunch of physical releases for this collection. They are doing a Super Nintendo themed. So they're the Switch game they're doing in a Super Nintendo style release with a box, and a Genesis version in a clamshell. Those are going to come with full colored manuals and posters and all that. So those are the physical releases of the modern, the collection that they are doing. They are, however, also releasing cartridges of the original game. You'll get the Lion King one is going to be a Super Nintendo cartridge release, and the Disney's Aladdin is going to be the Genesis version, because that's what's on offer on the collection.
That's right, they don't have the Super Nintendo Aladdin.
Correct. They are doing, just like they've done in the past, they did the Mega Man and they did the Street Fighter.
Mega Man 2, and then Mega Man X, yeah. Which are still available.
They are, I'm going to get to that. They are doing, so there's a base color, and then there's going to be Chase limited edition colors. So there is a translucent red for the Aladdin, and the Chase color on that is going to be a translucent purple. And then with Lion King...
Hold on. It's not just purple, Ian. It's the ultra limited magic carpet purple glow in the dark cartridge.
It's funny that they say that, though, because then down here they call that purple rare purple gem glow in the dark. So all
right, they gotta get their marketing.
Their marketing isn't right across.
And this is what they do with their releases. They make it a Chase, like you said. So 1 and 8's going to be the ultra limited cartridge.
I hope that breaks. You've been abusing it all podcast. So, and then the Lion King is going to have the opaque Mufasa Marigold.
Hold on. Opaque Mufasa Marigold, which is a gold cart, a flat gold.
And then they're doing a translucent Serengeti Sunrise Glow in the Dark.
Ultra limited.
Good, it's dead.
No, it's ultra limited. And you get instruction booklets and artwork and a custom dust cover. Retro pack and surprises. I don't know what that is. That's probably stickers in a button. I don't know, or pin. I don't freaking know. And this is being manufactured by Retrotainment Games and Infinite NES Lives. And I know Tim from Retrotainment Games. Fine folks there. So these are both limited to 4,500 each here. So to me, this is a nice little offering. However, the Chase thing kind of always rubs me the wrong way when something like this is done. And the price point is an issue to me at $99.99.
So they charge $100 for these. I don't like the Chase. I think they totally overestimated the popularity of this when they did the X-Men game, X-Men 2 and Mega Man X. And I spoke about it at length then, and basically stated that with the Super Nintendo, when they started
you mean Mega Man 2?
Mega Man 2 and Mega Man X.
Okay, you said X-Men 2. Oh.
So when they started this with the Street Fighter cartridges, they did a Street Fighter 2 release that was the same way.
30th anniversary, yeah.
They did not all sell out in the first day. It took about 3 days, I think, for them to sell out. And that's a long time for something to take, for something that's technically limited to sell out. When you look online, when you look on eBay, you can still find those cartridges sealed. Fucking taking it from you.
No.
You can still find those sealed, going for about the price they came out at, which I think was $130.
Street Fighter. I Am 8-Bit.
When you see them up there, when you see like the bidding on them, they sell for about $85, but there are still buy it nows that sell for about $140 for the sealed Street Fighter ones. They never sold out of the the Mega Man titles.
The-
You can still get the Mega Man titles right now.
I'll double check.
They did an edition of 8,500 for each of the Mega Man titles.
8,500 Mega Man
Each.
2s and 8,500 Mega Man X's, and you can still. That's way too many.
Which I said then they are going to be sitting on forever.
Even at $60, I think that would be a tough sale.
That's not limit. Like, it's limited to a number, yes, but that's not limited edition. There's nothing limited edition about 8,500 of an item. And I think they misjudged. So they jumped these back down to 4,500 each for the Lion King and the Aladdin.
I don't think they're going to sell them.
I don't.
And I'm not wishing ill on I Am 8-Bit because it's nice to have these re-releases, and I think they're probably well done from what I see. I just think that $100 is a hard ask for something that I don't know that would retail usually other places
I don't like to
between
pit
40 and
companies.
60.
I don't like to pit companies against each other, but when you look at the releases and the quality of the releases that a company like Retrobit has with, say, the the Metal Storm and the like the Holy Diver, and you look at this and you look at the price discrepancy, you wonder why, other than the fact that it's supposed to be limited edition and collectible.
The regular Retrobit like standard stuff is $35 for like the Data East Classic Collection, which is a box.
I'm not talking about those.
No, I'm just saying though that's just a standard game.
Sure,
but
I'm talking about
in a box.
I'm talking about their nice sets.
Sure,
because that's what this is trying to. That's the comparison to make.
To me, it's not though, because this is not a collector set if it just has a manual and a box.
In like a pin, no, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't compare it to the $35 releases, but it's very, very valid to compare it to the $60 releases they do, and then these $100 releases, and it's tough to. I really don't know where they make up that extra. That 40.
Well, here's the problem. They're outsourcing this, and you see it right on the page. They're manufacturing through someone else. Sure. So they're just basically buying the license to do these, and they're outsourcing all of it. I Am 8-Bit.
Yeah.
Because they do what? They do albums, they do other stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I like a lot of their stuff. I own, a number of their albums and other things. The cartridge releases seem like a misstep every time they announce them. When
you don't do the work in-house or have an in-house connection, an in-house partner, say like a Limited Run does, or a Retrobit, the cost is going to be artificially inflated for the margin, of course. Because if they're hiring someone else, in this case Retrotainment and Infinite NES Lives, to do the work, that's a built-in cost. They're getting paid to do that work and then delivering it to them to sell to I Am 8-Bit. That could increase the cost right there, $20 to $30 easily. That's built in that I have to make up for. So that's the issue here. But even at $60 to $70, I think it's a tough sell.
I don't. I think at 60 to 70,
I think it's a tough sell.
I think that $40 difference is a big deal. I think a nice box, a manual, a cartridge for something you really like, $60. I don't think that's difficult. I really don't. I think 60 to 70.
I think it's hard to sell them out still.
We've had a very different conversation. We've had this conversation before. Selling it out at $4,500, probably. $2,000 a piece.
$2,000 a piece. Okay.
$2,000 a piece. $60. I think you're getting closer to selling them out. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's what I mean. I still think you wouldn't sell $4,500 out at $60.
Oh no.
That's what I mean. You're not going to.
I don't know that you're going to sell $4,500 at $40. I think that. That's
what I mean. I wasn't going to say no one's going to buy them. People are still going to buy them, but you're not going to sell $4,500 at $60.
I just don't know that there's that market necessarily for that.
Yeah, that's the point. Because if people are satisfied, and plus these are not expensive games. The experiment that I like with like the Metal Storm and things like that, those are expensive games to get the original version of. These are cheap games to buy the cartridge of.
Exactly, and that's something we kind of touched on with Mega Man as well, is Aladdin's like a $15 game.
Cartridge only.
Yeah. $10. Actually, Genesis version, I think we sell it loose $10.
And Lion King's probably less than that, right?
Lion King's $10.
Very common.
Yeah, they're all somewhere between 10 and 20.
They're all common to very common. Lion King sold millions, on the Super Nintendo.
So to get it in a classic, so to get it in a different color, I don't think people are going to necessarily care that much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people love the Lion King and Aladdin, but there's not like this, like how Mega Man has this like huge fan base of fans. You don't see that for like single Disney games, like to that same extent. You just don't. It's like, oh, it's cool. I played it when I was a kid, but I don't know. I think it's an overreach, I guess, with this. All right, so, well, best of luck there, and hopefully they can sell a decent amount to keep it going. But he thinks they're gonna sell about 2,000. He said 2,000 each if they were like $60. He thought they would sell.
I think like a limited edition of like 2,000 each at 60. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on.
Have the fucking mushroom back.
Don't touch my mushroom. What?